In-depth overview of PKI with Microsoft CA.
Microsoft Certificate Authority, CA, within Active Directory Certificate Services, ADCS, provides a robust public key infrastructure, PKI solution for issuing, managing, and revoking digital certificates. Here's an in-depth explanation of how PKI works with Microsoft CA, focusing on server roles, common certificate types and templates, the request for signature, RFS process, and CRL distribution. Server roles in Microsoft CA. Microsoft CA provides several roles in ADCS, each serving distinct functions. 1. Certification Authority, CA. This core role handles certificate issuance and management. It can be deployed as either an enterprise CA, which integrates with Active Directory and supports user and computer certificate enrollment, or as a standalone CA, which operates independently. 2. Certificate Enrollment Web Service. This service enables clients to request and renew certificates over HTTP, even when they are outside the corporate network. It enhances certificate distribution by enabling remote clients to connect to the CA. 3. Certificate Enrollment Policy Web Service. This service helps manage certificate enrollment by providing enrollment policy information to clients. It allows administrators to define and enforce policies related to certificate types and templates. 4. Network Device Enrollment Service, NDES. NDES enables network devices, like routers or switches, to enroll for certificates. It supports Simple Certificate Enrollment Protocol, SCP, which allows devices that don't support traditional Active Directory enrollment to acquire certificates. 5. Online Responder. This role supports Online Certificate Status Protocol, OCSP requests, which provide a more efficient, real-time method for checking certificate revocation status compared to the traditional certificate revocation list, CRL. 5 most common certificates and templates in Microsoft PKI. Microsoft CA offers various certificate templates to support diverse authentication and encryption needs. 1. User Certificate. This certificate is commonly used for authenticating users within a domain, supporting secure email, SMIME, and user authentication for applications like VPNs. 2. Computer Certificate. Used for computer authentication, this certificate is essential for secure communications in services like IPsec and server authentication, allowing devices to establish trusted encrypted connections. 3. Web Server Certificate. This certificate provides SSL TLS encryption for web servers, protecting data integrity and confidentiality in web applications by establishing trusted HTTPS connections. 4. Code Signing Certificate. This certificate is used by developers to sign software code, ensuring code integrity and protecting against tampering. It's essential for software distribution where trust in the code's origin is critical. 5. Client Authentication Certificate. Often deployed in scenarios where users need strong two-factor authentication, 2FA, client authentication certificates are commonly used for services like remote desktop or VPN access. Certificate Templates. Certificate templates in Microsoft CA define certificate parameters, such as validity period, key usage, and issuance policies. Administrators can customize templates to meet security needs by setting permissions, configuring extensions, and defining enrollment requirements. Templates also allow auto-enrollment, which simplifies certificate issuance for users and devices within the network. Request for Signature, RFS process. The Request for Signature, RFS process, also known as the Certificate Signing Request, CSR process, is how entities request certificates from a CA. Here's an overview of how it works in a Microsoft CA environment. 1. Initiation. The process begins when a user, device, or application needs a certificate. A CSR is generated, which includes the entity's public key and identification information like name and organization. The private key remains with the requester. 2. Submission. The CSR is submitted to the CA through methods like the Certificates MMC for users or automatic enrollment for domain-joined machines. If the request is generated outside the network, it may be submitted via the Certificate Enrollment Web Service. 3. CA Validation. The CA verifies the request against its policies and validates the requester's identity. For example, in an enterprise CA setup, the CA can cross-check the requester's credentials in Active Directory. 4. Issuance. If the request meets policy requirements, the CA signs the CSR with its private key, creating a digital certificate. The certificate includes the requester's public key, the CA's signature, and information such as expiration dates and key usage. 5. Distribution and installation. The issued certificate is returned to the requester, who installs it. In the case of auto-enrollment, this installation is often automated, streamlining certificate distribution across devices. Certificate Revocation List, CRL, Distribution and Consumption. Revocation is critical for ensuring PKI security. When a certificate is no longer valid before its expiration, for example, due to key compromise or policy change, it must be revoked. Microsoft CA maintains a Certificate Revocation List, CRL, to keep track of revoked certificates. 1. CRL creation. The CA periodically generates a CRL that includes all revoked certificates. Each CRL contains serial numbers of revoked certificates, the revocation reason, and the issue expiration date of the CRL itself. 2. Distribution points, CDPs. CRLs are distributed via designated CRL distribution points, CDPs, accessible to clients. Common distribution methods include HTTP distribution. HTTP-based CDPs make the CRL accessible over the Internet or an intranet. The CRL is hosted on a web server, making it easily accessible for clients to download. LDAP distribution. LDAP-based CDPs are commonly used in Active Directory environments, allowing clients within the network to access the CRL via the directory service. 3. Delta CRLs. To reduce bandwidth consumption, Microsoft CA can generate Delta CRLs, which contain only the list of newly revoked certificates since the last CRL update. Delta CRLs are useful in large environments where frequent revocations occur.